This is Jason Walcott. And Jason Walcott, it was a cab driver. You see, he was very good at his job. He's done it for many, many years. One day, he picked up a fare on a typical run. He said, "Hey, buddy, where to?" He said, "Fifth Avenue." Jason thought that was kind of odd because there's nothing over there but abandoned houses and empty factories. But hey, a fare's a fare. So Jason drove. But just then, the stranger pulled out a gun and put it in the back of Jason's head and said, "Pull over." Jason nervously pulled over. He said, "Get out of the car." Jason, fear for his life, begged. He said, "Please, mister, come on. I got a wife and kid. Give me a break." But his pleas fell on deaf ears as he ordered Jason out of the cab. He walked him into the factory. He chained Jason's arms up, pulled out a machete, and hacked and slashed at Jason's body. Jason was dead. But it seemed that his soul didn't part the land of the living. Full of despair and hopelessness, Jason felt that it was too soon. He was too young to die. He went home to see his family one last time. But when he got there, his wife was dressed in a nightgown, her favorite nightgown, and reading the paper. Just then, Jason looked up at the top of the stairs, seeing a stranger walk down. Not just any stranger, the same man who murdered him. Embrace and kiss his wife, and they both laughed. "Now all we have to do is wait for the insurance," she said. Jason then looked up again, seeing his daughter look through the banisters at the top of the stairs, with tears in her eyes, at her mother and new father. Lost, Jason left his home and returned to the place of his murder. Right then and there, Jason didn't care anymore. He would just sit there and awaited his fate. But just then, a woman wraps her arms around his soul and says, "I feel your pain." Her hair was black and stained with blood, and stitches ran across her face. She took his remains and stitched his body back together again with metal, steel, wire, and rope. When Jason awoke, he was no longer a man. He became something else. He became a mnemonic named Device. After all, Jason was dead.
So I knew he was dead.